All right? It's not how it works. We have major inflation going on, and this is the reason why is because, of course, with what we have, QE, quantitative easing, 1, 2, and actually we have much more quantitative easing than what is told to us. We just had a tax reduction for the next couple of years, and that's nice and dandy. Well, let me ask you something. If I give you, let's say, more money, a raise or whatever it might be, depends on whichever way I give you more money or charge you less for a particular thing in a negotiation we have about something, let's just say I charge you 2 or 3% less, but add 5 or 10% in something else on it, I basically just tricked you. And maybe a very legal tricking, nevertheless I tricked you. Let me tell you about a tax which simply nobody talks about. And the tax is called inflation. Nobody needs to get an agreement, no Congress needs to approve anything, we just raise the prices. Now, theoretically, if we raise the price by 5 or 10%, in milk and housing and whatever it may be, and we also raise the salary by the same amount, that might overall not be so bad. It never works that way. It's not possible to work that way because it's out of control. Over the last 15 to 20 years, there has been little salary increase compared to price increase. All right? In 1960, 1970, 75, you know, there was mainly still a one household person working, and that one household person working actually had, for all purposes, more money left over for overall fun than today a two household working. Sure, now there's 2 cars and all that type of stuff, but there's also other expenses, and the 2 cars are needed because 2 people go to work. So the point is, we're not really living better, okay? We just have to work more. This is the tax you and me are paying and never are asked. Based on that trend, the dollar becoming less and less worth, based on a trend that over decades now, and especially over the last 4 to 5 years, 3 years maybe, the government more and more prints money out of thin air, doesn't even print it anymore, just puts it in the computer. With that money buys municipal bonds, buys treasury bonds, stuff like that, and or puts the money in the stock market. So the bonds go up because somebody buys a lot, so it looks like that, wow, then it's in demand and it goes up. So stock market prices go up. Well, stock market prices since the crash have gone up, and it might still go up more. And you might go, wow, economy is going good. With the money you have, can you buy more milk? Can you go more to Disneyland? Can you afford your health care better? Can you fix your crowns and your work better? Doesn't look like. The point is, the stock market can go to $30,000, which is now at 11 or whatever, the Dow Jones, 12, whatever it is, and the 30,000 will only buy you what you did 10 or 12 buy now, maybe even less. So that's a trend. Ladies and gentlemen, something very, very important is that what's true for you is true for you. You got to know it, you got to believe it, you got to look at those trends, not me and other people telling you. Because with no doubt, there'll be probably more people telling you things are fine than people telling you things are not fine. While they are fine currently, it's a surface fine. Based on the trend which is going on, that the dollar becomes more and more worthless. For 2 reasons. Well, for many reasons. You know, whether the government wants to pay back with devalued money, lost lots of money, the debts they have to other countries, whether they want to make us making more money so that we can pay our mortgages with less money. Well, one way or the other way, somebody is losing out. And more importantly, as I mentioned, It is uncontrollable. You can look at other countries, be it from Argentina, be it from Zimbabwe, be it in Germany and in Europe, where me and my parents, grew up. Once a certain magnitude of inflation is reached, it is always uncontrollable. It's a little bit like with gangsters. They believe they'll never get caught. It's a little bit like with many of us who lead not such a great lifestyle in terms of food or whatever it may be, and we go, no, we will never get sick. Well, the fact is, we're usually wrong with that stuff, you know. It's like I never get caught driving drunk. I never have an accident driving drunk. I'll get away with it. No, it's not going to happen. Maybe sometimes for a little while, eventually you get caught. The trend, please look up some real trends. Go to the YouTube, look at some videos, look at data, and don't believe those videos either, only because it's on YouTube, only because it's on Google, only because I say it, only because people who are billionaires, which make me looking like I couldn't possibly eat breakfast, doesn't mean it is true. Please, absolutely not. But go and look at the trend, and you will realize the dollar will become worthless, and as it becomes worthless, you got to prepare yourself. How to prepare yourself? Let's make that another video, but you got to do it, okay? You got to do it. Otherwise, you'll be caught with your pants down. Basically, you'll be caught with maybe a fair amount of money in your bank, maybe. And all of a sudden that money will not buy you an egg. Maybe because it's too expensive, like hyperinflation. Maybe because there's no egg available, because the food supply has broken down. Whatever it isn't going to be pleasant, and you better start having a spare tire in your car. How to do that? Let's talk a whole bunch of other videos. Thanks a lot.